Hello YouTube and people of the interwebs, welcome back to another Doctor Who news video. Today we've got some pretty exciting stuff to talk about because we have a new teaser trailer which says that the series is airing this Friday. Now, obviously it's not. The series is airing on the 10th of May, so maybe this trailer's been sort of prematurely released. Maybe this is kind of a leak. I mean, we were going to see it eventually anyway, but we have a new trailer here in relatively low definition, which, yeah, let's give it a quick watch. So, this Friday, we'll turn that right down. Prepare for... Yeah, we're going to go through shot by shot in a second and actually analyse it, because there's a lot of new stuff in this trailer, which is pretty exciting, and it all flashes by very quickly, as you can see here. Like, whoa, there's a lot of stuff there, but we are going to break it down effectively shot for shot. There's new costumes from Shooty and Millie there. It's not the most Doctor-y costume, that orange shirt, but I don't know. I'm excited to see it either way. But before we jump into that, I will quickly tell you some of the little news that's been happening. We had an official Doctor Who premiere for Season 1, where a bunch of critics and film reviewy people and the cast got to see episodes 1 and 2, which is what's dropping on BBC iPlayer in the UK and on Disney Plus on the 10th/11th of May, which is exactly 2 weeks today, actually, which that's incredibly exciting. But on that sort of red carpet, or I guess blue carpet, if we're keeping with the TARDIS vibes, Ncuti Gatwa has said he's going to be sticking around for quite some time. He's not going anywhere easily, and that's good news. I hope he is, like, the first New Who Doctor to break the 3-season rule. I think there's a high chance that he's going to stay on for 4 seasons, because the way they've shot seasons 1 and 2 was basically back-to-back, so I'd imagine Shooty's going to go off and have a break, then they're going to come back and do seasons 3 and 4, and then probably Ncuti will leave. As for Russell T Davies, we have no idea how long he's sticking around, but we'll jump into breaking down this trailer. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere, because there's something very, very interesting. If you've seen Tales of the TARDIS, where all the classic Doctors reprised their role, there's some Tales of the TARDIS shenanigans going on later in this trailer. First up, we get space babies. There's nothing new here, it's just fun. These are all the things that quickly flash up in this trailer, so we'll go through them shot by shot. Then we get apocalypses. I reckon, if you look at their costumes, this is going to be in the Beatles episode. This is what happens if the Beatles are taken out of history, or if the Beatles music is changed forever. Jinx Monsoon is playing a sort of godlike character who is confirmed to be one of the Toymaker's legions. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute, because we see Jinx in a very Toymaker-esque costume, so that's exciting. Our next thing is time travel. This appears to be from the Regency episode, and there's a weird triangle of doom. I mean, my first thought when seeing this was the 5 Doctors. It's the 5 Doctors where they've got the weird triangle that sort of eats people and gets posted to social media everywhere, with people going, oh, Doctor Who's special effects look like this. There's a group of evil people there. They're very out of focus. Well, fuzzy, but I think Jonathan Groff may be amongst their midst, but why that's happening, I don't know. Then we get murders. Here is Jinx Monsoon, the godlike figure from Abbey Road's episode. I think she's killing him with musical notes. I mean, it was confirmed in Doctor Who magazine very, very recently that, yeah, Jinx Monsoon has sort of physical, evil, winding music notes and all of that stuff to attack people with, which is what we saw happening to Ruby in one of the earlier trailers. Then we get explosions. I mean, it's very difficult to make out what's happening in this shot, because there's a lot of motion blur going on, because, you know, explosions are happening. But it seems to be Ncuti Gatwa and Millie Gibson from the finale, explosions all around them, and I think there's snow in there, which once again we'll talk about in a minute, because the snow keeps cropping up in like I think it's in almost every episode's, like at least a shot of every episode, there's snow. Now, is this the snow carried over from the church on Ruby Road, the night that, like, Ruby got left at that church that we saw in episode 1 or the Christmas special? Quite possibly. I think this shot is from the finale, judging by Shooty's costume. If not the finale, I think it's episode 3, boom. But after that, here we go. This is the very Toymaker-y costume from Jinx Monsoon's character who's confirmed to be called Maestro. We know she's from a pantheon of gods because of Russell's comments in Doctor Who magazine. This is what the Toymaker was warning about when he said, "My legions are coming." I think she's not the only god we're going to be seeing in this season. Definitely we'll be seeing more going forward, but I think, yeah, they kind of describe her as like, she is music. Like, it's an abstract concept, but yeah, she is music. Then we move into politics. I think this is Albion Guy. It was a lot of leaked stuff from filming. We don't really know what's going on, but it has very sort of Black Mirror-esque, like 1984 mental politics kind of thing. I think they were kind of parodying some Tory adverts with the marketing for this. Yeah, as for what's actually happening in this episode, and I can't imagine Ruby is an actual, like, supporter of this party. I think she's probably going undercover here, or maybe it's an alternate version of history, alternate time. I don't know, I'm excited to see it, but yeah, we're gonna get another proper big Russell like political story, which I'm excited for, because I think some of the other ones he's written, like the Slovene one from series 1, always sticks out. It's so well crafted into like a family drama, but with the political undertones. Then from, I think, not that episode, I think that episode is 73 Yards. I think this one is from Dot and Bubble. This woman here was at the premiere for the episode, so I imagine she's not just a side character. I think she probably has quite an important part to play. I did wonder maybe if this is like a Dr. Ruby Light episode with her as the main protagonist, kind of like how you get like Elton in Love and Monsters or Sally Sparrow in Blink. Maybe it's something like that. And then this one's very, very interesting, Sand. We all just sort of assumed these were big plumes of smoke because there's some sort of big alien attack, big alien invasion, but sand? It's getting called sand? Why is there sand? Like, I saw someone on Twitter, I think they said like the sands of time, but maybe that's too metaphorical, was their thinking, but, you know, Russell likes to play with words and play with all that stuff, so maybe it is literally just like missing CGI elements. There was missing CGI elements from another part of the trailer, but yeah, we've also got snow, which I mentioned a second ago, and space. Now, this is the most interesting shot. Look behind Shooty. That does not appear to be his console room. Now, maybe it is under a different setting, but that matches up with the Tales of the TARDIS memory TARDIS, which is incredibly interesting. If that's not his TARDIS, what is it? And if you look at the shot from the other trailer, that TARDIS had Shooty's backdrop, like the white console room behind him, but if you look on the reflections of the doors, it's clearly orange light casting in there, so I think they kind of wanted to keep this a secret, and maybe they've messed that up. Maybe this lends more credence to my TARDIS theory about Susan Triad and Mrs. Flood actually being parts of, like, a TARDIS given human form, and he has to go in the memory TARDIS, or maybe, I mean, it's a massive stretch, and I don't think it's going to happen, but David Tennant's Doctor coming back. If it's not just Shooty's TARDIS, whose TARDIS is it? Why does he get the memory TARDIS, or is it his TARDIS with massive alterations? I mean, it very much looks like the memory TARDIS. Maybe this is just an effect for this trailer, or maybe there's something more to it. But let me know your theories in the comments down below. That does bring us to the end of today's video. As ever, if you did enjoy, please remember to like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.